qualifying first then.
Yeah, that's qualifying, just finished up. Ended up on the front rows, gone more than we expected, to be fair. Scott's taking everything in his stride. He's getting faster and faster every time he gets on the bike. So yeah, couldn't ask for a better starting position really. Plans to get stuck in the race, follow the front pack for a while and see where we are at the end. So looking forward to getting to work.
Yeah, so here at Brands Hatch, my first time properly back to VSB. Started FP1, was pretty good. It was nice to have some consistent dry weather ahead of us, which is what I didn't get at Knock Hill. So I knew I had a bit of time to actually build into things this weekend. Getting to know the track again, it's very interesting when I come back to these VSB tracks. It's hard for me to get my head around a little bit more, but I do love that learning every session. It keeps me very occupied when I'm on the bike. FP2, again, we made some good improvements and, you know, I was relatively happy. I think it was like fifth or sixth. So I was happy with how we used the sessions to try a little bit on the bike setup, which we couldn't do before. And then, you know, today we had the qualifying. So I went straight through to Q2, which was nice. I didn't have no stress of like making the Q1 thing work. But it did start kind of spitting in the qualifying, but I was able to get good enough lap. I was second for ages, then was a red flag, and then Kyle went like a half a tenth faster on the last lap. But I was happy just to be on the front row because I want to have a weekend where I can just progress. I thought the qualifying would be the hardest bit for me. That was where I thought I'd struggle the most. So to be on the front row, I was super happy with that. And then we had race one and it rained. It rained and I thought, come on, man, just give me a bit of a break. Let me have a dry race. So it was like rain, dried rain, and we did the warm-up lap and it was pretty much dry, a couple of patches in a couple of corners, but it was dry. So I locked in on the grid. I was like, right, it's a dry race, is what you wanted. Go do what you can do. I got a good start, and then the first few laps I kind of bided my time a little bit much. Just still don't know how hard to push the bike in the first few laps with the new tyre and the full tank of fuel. Something I've been trying to learn on Friday, but you know, you can only do it twice. So I was kind of trying to learn a little bit from Kyle and Christian as well, out the back through the fast section where I've been weak all the weekend. So once I learned a few bits and I saw them kind of slowing up a bit, I thought, right, now's my time to attack. But it was quite difficult to overtake, more than I expected. Just for me setting up an overtake or understanding how to make it smooth, clean and not lose time. I saw them battling and I'm like, you just literally, I jumped straight back on your wheel for nothing. So I didn't want to do that. When I got through on Kyle, I saw I was starting to improve my lap time. And then, yeah, I had my head down. Like I was really just pushing for myself. And I looked up, I was like, oh, Brad's there. Like, okay, we can maybe do this. So I upped it again. I was pushing. I set the fastest lap with like 4 laps to go. I saw Brad look back at me into turn 2 and be like, oh, damn, like Scott's there. I need to try and push. Then he was able to stabilize the gap a little bit. But super happy to get 20 laps under my belt. The race went super quick. I didn't even know it was like the last lap. So yeah, overall very happy. The team's been really super supportive, like no pressure, enjoying ourselves. And you know, it's the first race I've enjoyed for a very long time. And I look forward to doing more. Pole position tomorrow, I mean, that's kind of good. Here at Brands, the start's on quite a lean, and I think I was in one of the worst positions. Like you have a better position into turn 1, but you have an uphill. But I had a good start, just missed a little bit. But I feel like if I get that good launch that I can get, I may be able to get ahead of Brad. And that's probably my best ticket to trying to battle with him and trying to put some good laps in middle to the end of the race. But we'll see tomorrow. So first podium back, be my first pole position tomorrow.
So yeah, we've just finished up race 1 here at Brands and we couldn't really have asked for anything more. He's, yeah, excelled himself again. We kind of got stuck behind Kyle Ryder a little bit and just lost touch of Brad. So yeah, I think tomorrow will be a very different story. We start from pole, which is really exciting. And I think in the sprint race, it's elbows out. No one thinks about tyres, no one thinks about game plan. It's who dares wins. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Then race 3 later in the afternoon, back to the full length race. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, showed his class once again, to be honest. He's getting more and more comfortable every time he goes on the bike. He's looking like a regular BSB rider now. So yeah, he's doing a mega job so far. Managed to grab pole position as well for race 2. So yeah, see how we get on.
We kind of forget how difficult it is to be racing against people that you haven't raced in a long time or you've never raced with before. So pulling moves is quite difficult, especially at any BSB track. So now we've got a bit of racecraft under his belt. I think tomorrow he'll have a game plan under his belt, and yeah, I'll look forward to some more silverware.